We are Party Mode Live, the party before the party, powered by PartyModeLive.com and GoGo Radio Live TV. Listen, we are still in the midst of our Let's Talk About It. And we have our special guest, the one who brought this Let's Talk About It up anyway. So, who better to talk to than the creator of this Let's Talk About It? So, without further ado, we bringing on Miss Rosie, y'all. I don't even know if that's her nickname, if she likes to be called that. That's just what I'm calling her. Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Razi.
Hey, how
What's
are
up?
you?
We great. We
So,
good.
I couldn't wait, only because the conversation that I had and I wanted to post the question, I reached out to Justice and I said, I don't know how to ask it. Only because she gets into the whole interviewing and all of that. So I was like, let me reach out to her and ask her how I should ask this question. But I ran into a gentleman in the line at Starbucks, right? And he had given me a compliment. So I was like, thank you. And out of nowhere, he goes into how he only dates women from other countries. So those that know me know when someone says something that's just kind of like off the wall, my face says it all. So I'm kind of looking at him like, okay. So he goes into why he does that. So I'm like, I'm listening. So some of his reasons were, he said, for example, he said, I have a condo over in the Dominican Republic. And he goes, when I go over there, he was like, I get treated like a king. And he said, but here, he was like, oh no, he was like, black women want to be a boss, they want to be a leader, they want to be in charge, they don't know how to be submissive. Um, he was like, when he's in relationships, he wants to lead, he wants to be the man, he wants the woman to basically take care of the home, things
Just
of
giving
that
me
nature.
anxiety.
So I said, oh, okay. So he said, yeah. And he was like, yeah, they get in these jobs and they get in these positions and it gets to their head and they don't allow the man to be the man. And he just kept bringing up when he goes on these guy trips and they go to these other countries that the women treat them like royalty, right? So I said, well, first of all, there's different cultures. I said, so that's number one. I said, but then number two, I said, women women are women, black, white, green, blue, purple, and orange. And I say to people all the time, I don't care what race, what color, whatever. If you just don't take that time out to work on yourself, it doesn't matter what race you are because you're going to end up running into those same problems. And
Mm-hmm.
so he kept saying, no, 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 because the women in the other countries they don't even have half of the problems. How do you know? We can't take everybody and clump them into this one cluster and say you're all this way because you're this color or because you're this race or whatever. And so I was getting irritated when I was talking to him, but I was also trying to be open minded and to understand because that's not the first time that I've heard that
I would have
before.
busted out laughing.
My
Uh,
face was giving off, what are you talking about vibes?
I
But
see,
at
would
the
have
same
busted out
time,
laughing because it's like for you to say something like that. One, you're saying that you have a condo there, which first of all lets me know you have money to blow, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But for you to do a comparison of black women in a place where you reside versus a place that you visit, of course those women are going to be submissive and give you what you want. It's just like a bottle girl or a stripper at the strip club. She's going to give you the attention that she feels you need in that moment so she can get what she wants.
But you know something
Let me,
else that I'm sorry, go ahead, Rick.
because I needed you to explain it. So let me get a little bit more serious with this shit. Because
Okay.
just hearing what I just heard, bruh, hell no,
See,
hell no.
But
Now
Rick, this is
I
the
joke,
thing though.
I
Th-
joke around a lot, but when it comes to get serious about this shit, hell no. Puerto Ricans have a culture over there because my cousin was married to one. Their culture is a slight difference, and they do attend to their men, but not like that. Um, Spanish
he's looking for a slave. That's what he's looking
Spanish
for.
women does too, in a sense, but not like that. But we have our we just like we have our problems with black women. Black women have problems with the black men.
that is
We
true.
we we gonna always have that problem, and we gonna
Hmm.
always want something better than what we might want something better than y'all might want something better. It's just that's just how it's gonna go. But make a long story short, when it comes down to a black woman, any woman is a queen. That's number one. Any woman is a queen. Cause if I go out this door right now, my mama say, "Boy, I heard you say something about ain't no woman. Every woman is a queen." That's what they taught us. That my mom and them taught me.
Right.
Every woman is a queen, and you treat every woman the same. But yes, the white woman, they're the way they treat certain black men. Yeah, it is a little different. But they're still a woman. They still a woman. So
He
I
sound like
mean,
he
like
has
just to
issues
say,
with a woman being dominant.
yeah.
He
But
sound like he's a pussy.
And my thing
but the
is,
thing about this though is it's not the first time that I've heard it though. And so that's why I said, well, let me just ask. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I know several great men and several great women that unfortunately are caught up with people that aren't so great. And so I know that there's good on both sides, but for some reason they miss each other. But on the
Hmm.
flip side of that, I asked the question because I really wanted to know, like, are we really that bad?
no,
No.
no.
And when I was going back reading over some of the comments that was on the post,
June said,
I
"What's
was
his
like,
nationality? What was he?"
he was an African American male.
That's why. That's why.
And so when I went back and I read over some of the comments and I was like, man, all we are known for is having an attitude. That
Yeah,
was the main thing. Like we
That's what
have
I. Oh my goodness!
attitude.
I was going through the comments and I'm just
yeah.
like, and it was only one person on there that said, "You know what? I'm tired of comments. I'm tired of posts like this because it's doing nothing but bashing black women." I appreciated
Yes.
that comment because it's like y'all are naming stuff that half of y'all cause, like the issues
Oh,
that
I
we
see.
have.
Oh, there you
You
go. There you
caused
go. There you
these.
go. You bashing the man there.
No, I didn't. I'm not
That's
bashing a
bash. That's
man.
well. My thing is it's gonna go vice
See,
versa with
God knew
men
what
and
he was
women
doing.
like that.
He froze your
I'm telling
camera.
conversations going to go like that with men back and women and men. It's just gonna go back and forth. That's any goddamn race. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
gonna go that way.
but why is it that it's always us? It's always us. And I'm telling you, I think it was like maybe 50, 60 some
Yeah,
comments. I don't
it was 60
remember.
comments.
Yeah, and I mean, it was kind of late when I posted it, but just to get the responses that were there, I was just like, wow, everybody sees us as attitude, and
It was
that was
almost
just
like
some,
to me when you posted. It was almost like to me like men was waiting for a post like this so they could hurry up and vent. Like they
Yep.
jumped on it, and I was
Yep.
like, "Dang!
Yep.
Like
yeah,
y'all
because
really
I
don't like
dated this
us."
this, I was married to this, or I dated that, and I didn't have to deal with this
Yeah,
because they did that, and I'm like, but maybe it was somebody had said something, I can't remember his name, but he was like, no, he was like, women are women. It doesn't matter who, that's just who you chose to date or who you chose to be in a relationship with. So it was like, you can have that same problem with anybody. And that's what I'm saying. If people, I know that there are people that have a lot of issues that they may need to deal with. And that's why I said it doesn't matter what color you are, if you don't deal with certain things, those traumas or whatever the case may be, if you don't deal with that, then yeah, it's going to spill over into any relationship that you have with any person of any race, culture, whatever. And so I just get frustrated when it's always the finger pointed at us, like, why y'all gotta have an attitude and why y'all don't do this. Just like I hate when I see black males make posts like no woman has ever took a man on a date and paid for everything.
Girl, that blows
What?
me so
That's
Well,
just the
much.
females that you chose to
well,
talk to.
well.
Like,
That's
it's just
they don't
unfortunate.
like him. They just don't
You
like
wasn't
him.
worth it. That's
They
why.
just don't like
All
him.
right, y'all. Listen, we're out of time for Let's Talk About It. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and chiming in with your comments and everything. We definitely greatly appreciate you. And Miss Rosalyn, special thank you to you for coming on and being
Thank you, Roz.
a
No
party
problem.
mode crew.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll
Yeah,
tag
This
out on
gonna be the
another
last time.
question anytime.
yeah, man.
Oh yes, girl. You know I love them questions, so keep them coming. You